championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Hit the hit with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me, I am up. Number one seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a Sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jackson on first down. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
He was brought down by Eric Wilson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 45 on second down, Jackson.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Past the 12. There goes Mark Ingram. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 44 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Ravens 7, Vikings nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Matt Judon leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
6 guys, check 6 guys. Wide, get wide.
3rd and long for Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a...
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. To try again after the sack. Cousins, and he's going to go down again. Matt Judon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
To throw, Cousins. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Jackson down. His throw incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him at just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Well, he's going to go for it all. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 35 yards. As the Ravens push further out in front. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. They'll run on first down. Cook. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there. First down. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Matt Judon getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7.
On 3rd down, Cousins looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
We want it. Come to my side.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson-Aho. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Come on. 2 times, 2 times. 3 down, 3 down.
Following the interception, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DaProphet racks up the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. To throw is Cousins. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. But now it'll be 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now Cousins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Matt Judon. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Let's go. Henry. 40's a mutt. 40's a mutt. Yeah.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Jackson, he's going to find his tight end Boyle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. After the sack on 1st down, Jackson under pressure again, and down he goes again. Daniil Hunter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram with his second touchdown here in this first half. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now to add the point after. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Ravens 28, Vikings nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Cousins to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, watch your legs.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
It's our field. It's our field. Smoke, smoke. Hey, it's our round.
To throw again. Jackson. I was going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Willie Snead. As the first half is winding down, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone. But he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins, the former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
It's our time.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Cousins now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And now he spiked it on 3rd down. I don't know if he heard a whistle. There was no whistle. He just got up and spiked it. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
3 down. Here we go.
They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Now Jackson on 1st down to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Jackson going to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good. But when you know you've got a blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
It's now 3rd down and long.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up. Give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Here we go. Set. 15 on it. 15 on it. Watch the blood. Watch the blood. Watch the blood. Motion. Pop, pop, pop.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Deuce, 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 deuce.
Ingram again, a 1st down carry. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the counter, Ingram. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Jihad Ward in on the tackle. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the 39, Cousins throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Cousins from the gun on third. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And it is incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. And it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Got a man, it's Brown. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 9. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better. And now here is another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now Jackson to throw again. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He finds Roberts, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but they're nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mike Hughes came crashing in that time, got the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Forced out to his left. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson throwing again. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down at 17. Cousins, and Diggs has it. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.